Hi Casper, congrats for the win.
Thank you.
There is a possibility that you face Jannik in the final, so he's winning the first set easily. So if it's him, you played against him last year here in Rome, so what are you going to do maybe differently from last year's match?
Well, I just have to try to approach it as any other match, and try not to think about the big, the big wave in front, kind of with all the momentum he's building and all the confidence and the records that he's kind of building and breaking. So at the end of the day, he's human, and I have to try to think that way as much as I can. Last year, I was kind of blown out of the court by him, and we will both remember it, of course. So I hope that's not the case, and I will just try to stay in my lane and stay focused on the things I'm doing well, and know that against him you have to not raise your level 1, but 2 or 3 times in order to hang with him. So that's the goal I will think about for tomorrow in practice and the match.
Casper, great performances this week. Earlier this week, you mentioned that you felt that you're a better player than a couple of years ago, but that other players had maybe had better curves than you,
yeah,
and you had to accept it. I'm curious, is that ever a difficult thing to accept during the period, especially knowing that, I mean, my perception of you is that you're a hard worker and you're probably doing everything you can to improve.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, sometimes you just kind of have to look yourself in the mirror and realize that it wasn't maybe meant to be in some matches that you lose, or seeing how there was sort of an open or some openings for someone to kind of take over the throne after the big 3, whenever they kind of seemed towards the end of their domination. Obviously Novak is still around and still has a chance in my eyes to win the biggest titles when he's on, but I was one of the players that kind of entered my name into the discussion for a few years, and I was not able to follow up, and I was over and outplayed by other players. And then you have Jannik and Carlos, who become the sort of unicorns that they have become, at times I can be at home and wish that it was me and not them, but at the same time I'm realistic in thinking that they have something special in them, and they also work very, very hard. It's not just because they're talented or this or that they are so good. They also work really hard, and their curve has been far better than mine in the last years. And has it been frustrating? A bit, but you cannot think too much about other players. You have to stay in your own lane in this sport, and try to focus on yourself as much as you can. It's an individual sport after all, and comparing yourself to other players, I think, is maybe the biggest mistake you can do. And you have to trust yourself, your gut, and the things you are doing is right. But yeah, I realize I will not probably break any huge records in the sport, but I can do as well as I can along my journey and along my career.
Hi Casper, congrats. Which part of your games is improved the most in this tournament, in your opinion?
My game?
Yeah, in your game.
Not sure. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks since last tournament in Madrid, so only so much you can improve in just a matter of a few days. But my forehand seemed to be causing problems for the opponent, and I think I'm playing pretty solid from my backhand side. In Madrid, when I lost to blocks, sorry. I was a little bit all over the place with the forehand and was not creating any problems either from my backhand corner. But here in Rome, I've been returning really well and setting up the points well after that. So I'm happy with how I'm feeling on court. It's sort of easier to hit more full swings when you're in Rome than in Madrid, because the ball doesn't fly as much. You feel like it goes down and in, so it's a good feeling, obviously. And I think return and baseline game is even better than what it was in Madrid. Yeah.
Casper, congrats. You somehow answered already. You not the first time you played this good in Rome. This was a good addition for you. I would like to know, even for the final, in which kind of aspects do you find really well here? I mean, the conditions, the atmosphere, your shots. I mean, what are the things that you could help, that you could use to, try to win?
Well, I came here early, and I think I came here on Saturday 2 weeks ago to prepare and get ready. Obviously, these 2 tournaments back to back are quite long because they are played over a total amount of a month or 4 weeks. We know this now. And honestly, the first days I was not feeling the ball great, and I was feeling quite tired because the rallies here are a bit different than in Madrid. In Madrid, you get much more free points with your serve. The big servers can really take use of that, but here you have to build and play more points. So, but I was thinking, if I feel a bit tired or feel these conditions, the opponent probably feels the same. So we are all in the same situation, and I got off to a good start in the tournament and built some confidence from there. I think the match with Lahechka that I won in 3rd round was really building a lot of confidence and momentum for me. And from there, I've been really tried to focus on the things that went well there and keep it going and improve even more if I can. So every day I felt a bit better and better. And the couple of sets against Khachanov and today is some of the best I've felt on court in a long time. So that's a good feeling. Thank you. Yep.